third chapter of business studies, which is business environment. So let's begin. Business environment, which is unit 3. Now we have to learn about what is the meaning of business environment. So business environment means simply the sum total of individual, institutional and other forces that are outside the control of business. Simply, business environment refers to a surrounding or external forces that affect the business activity but cannot touch, but it matters. So this is the meaning of business environment. Now comes to the next one, which is features of business environment. There are mainly 7 features of business environment for us, and so this is maybe typical to remember it for your examination. So there is a remembering trick, which is disturb C. D is stand for dynamic, I is interrelatedness, S is for specific and general forces, T is for totality of external forces, U is for uncertainty, R is for relativity, V is and C is for complexity. So this is the features of business environment. Now let's understand about these features. First is dynamic nature, means business environment is flexible in nature. It can be vary or it can be changed at the time and according to the requirement. Now second one is interrelatedness, means it is related to itself. It depend upon it, it affect the activities of business. Now third one is specific and general forces. There are mainly 2 types of forces that work in business environment, which is specific forces and general forces. Next one is totality of external forces, means business environment is the combination of all external forces. It cannot be in internal environment. Now fifth one is uncertainty, means business environment is not certain. It can be changed time to time and it can be affect the business to become developed organization, or it can be hamper the growth of business. So this is the importance of business environment. Now sixth one is relativity, means business environment provide the opportunity to business organization to relate the features of business environment and to establish new product in the market. And the seventh and the last one is complexity. Business environment is not easy to understand. It is some typical term are present in business environment, which that's why it is complex in nature. Now next one is importance of business environment. There are mainly 6 importance that I written here. So let's understand about these importance of business environment. First is it enable the firm to identify opportunities and getting the first mover advantages. As you know that in the era of coronavirus pandemic, there are many organization has developed or there are many organization has ruined. So this is the feature, this is the importance of business environment, which provide opportunity to any organization. Those organization grab this opportunity, they can be developed their organization as well as their popularity in the market. But they cannot, those organization can't grab this opportunity, they hamper their growth. Now second one is it helps the firm to identify threats and early warning signals. Business environment work as a signal to identify whether there will be a threat or an opportunity, and it provide a surety to organization to be developed in the future. So this is the second one, importance of business environment. Now third one is it helps in tapping useful resources, means business environment a provide a surrounding in which organization can use important resources. Okay. Now fourth one is it helps in coping with rapid changes. Business environment provide a direction to organization to adopt the complexity in with technology as well as time. Now fifth one is it helps in assisting in planning and policy formulation. Business environment is like a road signal. When you drive your car on the road, you have to road signals help you to understand whether there will be a threat or whether there will be a plain road. So you can plan in advance what will you do at that time. So similarly in business organization, business environment provides signals so that business organization can plan for their future. So this is the another importance of business environment. Now last one is it helps in improving performance. Obviously, if organization have some techniques to handle the future situation, then they can easily grow and develop. So this is the sum up of business environment. Now comes to the next slide, which is element and dimension of business environment. There are mainly 5 dimensions of business environment. First is social environment, technological environment, legal environment, and and uh, uh, political environment, etc. Now understand about social environment. The social environment of business include the social forces like custom, tradition, value, social trends, society expectation from business, etc. Social environment is the surroundings when there will be some trend, some style in the market, and some organization some organization grow up by the identify the opportunity of market. So this is called social environment. Tradition defines social practices that have lasted for centuries. Tradition means which we have used for a long time, and social environment is something about new trend and new style related to our clothes, our liquor, and many other things. For example, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Guru Park, etc. These are some examples of social environment. Now comes to the next one, which is technological environment. Technological environment includes forces related to scientific improvement and innovation which provide new ways of producing the goods and services and new methods of technique of operating a business. Technological environment related with scientific techniques that business organizations use to simplify their work as well as target. So this is something about adoption of new technologies that has been used in the market for grow and developed. There are some examples like recent technological advance in computers, electronics. You have seen that there is a trend of computer and computerization in every field, and every work is online nowadays. So this is our technological environment. Now comes to next one, which is economical economic environment. Economic environment is something about our money, our changing income, and disposable income, etc. So the interest rates, inflation rates, changing income of people, stock market, and the value of rupee are some of that economic factor that can affect management practice in a business enterprises. These terms affect our business routines, and this is called economic environment. Now, fourth one is political environment. Political environment includes political conditions such as general stability, peace in the country, and a specific attitude that elected government representative hold towards business. Political environment is something about when there is a political party which regulates the organizations, which provide a direction to organization to work like this and that. This is the this is about political environment, means intervention of political parties in the organizations. I hope you understand. If you have any query, any doubt, you can ask me with the help of comment box. Now comes to the next slide, which is legal environment. This type of this dimension of business environment is very important, and uh, that's why we separate it in a single slide. Legal environment includes various legislation passed by the government, administrative orders issued by the government authorities, court judgment, as well as the decision rendered by the various commission and agency of at every level of government, center and state local. Means legal environment is something about new regulation, new law that had been launched by government as a government policy. Like in this global era, and and in this the time of pandemic, government has launched many policies for business organization, like provide goods at cheaper rate to poor and hungry people so that they can purchase it easily, and help another organization like a brother. And this is like the environment which affect directly from government policies or directly by the government administration or legislation. Now comes to the next one, which is impact of government policies changes on business and industries. We have discussed about legal environment, but what are the impacts that have been comes on business and industries by the way of government policies? So let's understand. There are mainly these. First is increasing competition. When government launch any policy, it directly affects the trend of society. So it create competition between various organizations so that customer can purchase a good product or a good quality product. Now next one is more demanding customers. Means after the government policies there may be some demanding customers, there may be increasing demand in the market like decreasing repo rate, etc. Third one is rapidly changing technological environment. When government introduce any policies, it may be directly or indirectly affect the technological environment, like in, introduction of new techniques in the market. So this is the impact of government policy on business and industries. Next one is necessity for change. There may be change in our necessity or customers' need for developing human resources. There is also an essence of development of human resource. This is another impact of government policy on our daily routine, on organization and on customers. Now next one is market orientation. Government policies affect directly or indirectly market orientation. Market orientation is nothing but introduction of new markets, new products and new techniques that are demanding by the customer. Last but not least is loss of budgetary support to the public sector. This is the last effect. This is another impact of government policies. There may be loss of budgetary supply to the public sector. I hope you understand these impacts of government policy that have been comes in existence after the introduction of new policies by government. Now comes to the next slide, which is another impact of government policy. These are the impacts that you have read in your textbook of economics, which is liberalization, privatization and globalization. Now understand about these terms. Liberalization means freeing the business firms and industries from all unnecessary control and restriction. Liberalization means to free the business firm from unnecessary control and restriction. You can understand it by an example of when government provide a free restriction from control of business firms. Second one is privatization. Privatization means giving greater role to the private sector in the nation building process and reducing the role of public sector. Privatization means increasing the share of private sector in the company and reducing the share of public sector in the company. This is called privatization. Now next one is globalization. Globalization means integration of our economy with the world economy. Means there is an interaction between one country to another world. This is called globalization. Now comes to the next slide, which is demonetization. You are very familiar with this word because we have seen demonetization earlier. Demonetization is the act of removing a currency unit of its status as legal tender. Demonetization is nothing but withdrawal of circulating currency with the new one. Now comes to its feature, which is feature of demonetization. It is viewed as tax administration measure. Demonetization helps the tax helps in the increasing increasing rate of tax collection. Next one is it has indirected that tax evasion will be no longer to tolerate. Means demonetization ensure that there will be a punishment for tax tax evasion, and it cannot be held for a long time. Next one is it lead to channelizing savings into the formal financial system. Demonetization helps to channelize the fund in the optimum way. Fourth one and the last one is it aims to create a less cash or cash light economy. Demonetization demonetization helps to become a cashless economy, which is more beneficial or more feasible for us as well as government. This is all about demonetization. Now comes to the next one, which is impact of economic reforms on the business firms. There are mainly these impacts that have been comes in existence after the economic reforms. First is increasing competition. Direct censusing and liberalized entry of foreign firms increase the competition for Indian firms. After the direct censusing and liberalized entry, there will there was a high competition in the Indian market. Next one is more demanding customer. As the customer are now well informed, and increased competition in the market has created buyer's market. After the reforms of economic term, there will be more demanding customer. There will be an increase in demand in the market. Third one is rapidly changing technological environment. After these economic reforms, there was there was a rapidly change in technological environment. Means we have adopting we had adopting many techniques after these reforms. Fourth one is necessity for change. After economic reforms, enterprises have to continuously modify their operation as market forces have become turbulent. After these reforms, our necessity will vary, and it was comes in the new type or a new variety. In simple words, we can say that our livelihood has changed after these reforms. Now comes to the next slide, which is fifth one is need for developing human resources. As the new market condition require people with a higher competition and greater commitment. After these economic reforms, we have seen a development in human resources. Sixth one is market orientation. After these economic reforms, our market has changed, and there was some new introduction of product as well as new markets. Seventh and the last one is loss of budgetary policy to the public sector. Due to decreased role of public sector, government has also reduced the financial support to them. After after the reduction of public sector in the market, it is also affect the contribution of government towards public facilities. So this is the last one impact of economic reforms of the business. Now comes to the next one. Now we have learned, we have discussed everything about this chapter. I hope you understand these things. If you have any type of query, you can ask me directly with the help of comment box and with the help of uh, with our channel. So thank you everyone, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel, because your like and your subscribe will help us and motivate us to make these type of videos.